you going to put milk in that other one?
No, I don't want milk in my tea.
It was the news that Primrose Granville couldn't face sharing. After developing a rare hereditary kidney disease in her 20s, Prim was put on the organ donation waiting list last year.
I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even tell my mother. I kept it quiet for a long, long time. I didn't know how to handle it. I remember spending Christmas Day with my mother, which is her birthday, thinking, do I tell her today? Do I tell her tomorrow? Do I tell her next week? So because I didn't tell her, I didn't tell anyone.
Eventually, she told her family, who are no strangers to the disease. Both her mum and sister experienced years of the disabling effects of kidney dialysis and long waits on the transplant list due to a shortage of donors with the same ethnic makeup. Something Primrose feared for herself, but she was one of the lucky ones.
I got a transplant very quickly, which is just, it's unknown. It doesn't happen to normal people. It doesn't happen to someone who is of an African Caribbean background because organs are so few and far between from our own. So for me to get a transplant in a very short space of time, 6 months and 1 day, that within itself for me was just a perfect miracle.
Last year, 30% of people on the UK transplant waiting list were from a black, Asian or minority ethnic background, but only 7% of organ donors were from these communities. And in the same year, a fifth of those who died waiting for an organ transplant were from BAME backgrounds. That's disproportionate to the UK population. Sylvia Crump, an organ donation nurse at Southmead Hospital, hopes Prim's involvement in the campaign will address the specific medical needs of people in the BAME community.
Their blood group and their tissue typing, they're a very different group of patients, so we need to get people to engage more in those communities, and that might help be able to get those group of patients to be able to donate their organs, so those group of people waiting for a transplant have got a shorter wait than they currently do.
We're all in this world together, and many, many people take an organ if they needed one, but they don't actually think about giving one to someone.
Prim's simple message is for families to have open conversations about death in the hope that more lives could be saved. Harriet Robinson, BBC Points West, Bristol.